everybody, we're back. Welcome to 2019. It's Killgirl Trout here with the Formula Trout Racing League. Season 5 this time, the Hybrid League. Same car with a few modifications. Going to Albert Park in Australia. Plenty of new rivals to join the pack. Our current champion from last season, Max Younger, we'll see if he has what it takes to take on the new rivals. A lot of familiar faces. The likes of Younger GP, F-Zero Racing, Ragged Edge, DAC Alpine, KTM, Octan, BM Racing, all the familiar teams. Let's see who has what it takes to take on Melbourne. Should be joined by my co-commentator Kuzno. He's on a few technical difficulties. In the meantime, then I'll keep you entertained. So, new season. We decided to collaborate with Flag to Flag League. Those guys, veterans in the F1 community, especially on the Assetto Corsa. We decided to collaborate with one another, so we'll be having a identical calendar. Gives people a chance to familiarise themselves with the same track, or give them a chance to compete in two separate leagues, against completely different challenges. However, we'll obviously be streaming the races from the Formula Trout Racing League side of things, and yeah, it was the track side. I mean, we have no points or anything to really discuss. Guys will be getting ready for last coming into practice. Just see what they've got under their sleeves. As we go alongside Hago Whom, those who are not familiar with the names like myself, this is a returner from last season, representing Dragon Spirit this time round. New team, a lot of familiar faces are representing this team. You might notice that we're currently running a halo-less car. I don't know how I feel about this. Might change in the next race, so don't get used to it. Only because I've gone through the effort of designing a few things for my team's halo. So I want that to be seen. A few drivers staying out of the way of Hago. It looks like he's on a hot one. Clank Hughes, the runner-up of last season. His luck sort of ran out halfway through the season. He was on a good run. Clank Hughes, only vision to those who have been with us last season. Glad to see that F-Zero Racing have updated delivery, more in fitting with the theme of the team. not going to beat around the bush. No offense, F-Zero, but I think your livery last season was one of the worst ones I've come across in a long time. But it's looking good this season, guys. A lot of the liveries this time round looking really good, to be honest. We should have a full grid tonight. I think a few people might have dropped out last second, but we definitely have a very high attendance tonight, so should be good. We did a few practice starts. This is a tip we got from F to F, flag to flag. They tend to run a few practice starts just before qualifying practice starts. Gives people a chance to kind of, you know, start from the grid. Not something people tend to practice quite a lot, especially with other people. But yeah, we're up to the last 6 minutes of practice now.
Alright, how am I now?
Hello, Quizno. You sound a lot better.
Oh, thank you for having me here.
Have you got any track facts for us?
No, I'm a little late to the track. I'm catching the bus over right now.
Oh, I see.
Lots of traffic in town.
Yeah,
in Australia.
Well, I might as well run through a few track facts, at least ones off the top of my head. So the track distance is 5.3 kilometers. That means because of the 175 kilometer race, we'll be doing 34 laps around Melbourne. 20-minute qualifying, and you should begin to notice in qualifying that the cars will do out laps as well as in laps. So if you do see anyone pull to one side and return to pit without returning to the actual pit itself, they should receive a penalty. That will be applied post-race, as far as I'm aware, unless I misread the driver's briefing. The real life lap record is 124, but as you can see, we're already into the 121s here, so yeah, I mean, I'd take that with a pinch of salt, TBH. As Quizno finally arrives trackside. It's a lovely day in Melbourne.
Oh, we got some people in the chat already. Remember to tweet about your favorite team to give them a fan boost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fan boost, of course. How could I forget?
It's new this season.
Might as well get the stream open so I can actually read the chat this time. So, unfortunately, I don't think I've got the shader mod enabled in order to see what tire compounds people are running. So it will be up to my co-commentator Quizno to just remind me what stints people are on.
Yeah. I hope my apps are working today. Just gotta set up my screen.
So with 2 minutes left in practice, it's Tarek Al-Kader who's currently topping the timetables. I couldn't tell you who that is, to be honest. A lot of new names. I mean, this season we've decided to run with real names. Gives a bit more of a professional approach. Therefore, I will have to learn a lot of names. I'll have to learn how to pronounce a lot of names. A lot of the drivers feature from all across Europe and America. So, not the easiest of names. There's Hago Pum goes fastest with the 121.
I think we're gonna get letters.
We're gonna get letters or complaints?
No. Okay, so the tire situation. Do the in-game models reflect the tires they're on?
If you've got the
or is it a part of the
mod, yeah.
That doesn't answer my question.
So no, it doesn't reflect. Whatever tires you see on the side of the tires, whatever colours you see on the side of the tires, does not reflect what tires they're currently on, unless you have the custom shader mod enabled. If not, then just ignore what is on the side of the cars and just tell me what you see on the data sheets. I'm just going to boost the volume of the setup course because it's a bit quiet. So please tell me, people who are watching the stream, if it's too loud or too quiet.
The cars are screaming on my stream.
It's screaming. Oh god.
It's loud. They can't even hear you.
I have to turn it down a little. So that's the end of practice, guys. These guys will finish whatever lap they're on, and then we will be heading into qualifying. First qualifying session of the season.
I do not have a reliable way to figure out the tire.
Just back out and go to the pits and go to see what people are running.
Oh, really?
There are some awful camera angles in this track. Hate to say. Yep, Maxi running the number one on his Junga GP car. You can definitely tell who won last season. As we wait for the qualifying timer to tick down and commence qualifying. Track grip is currently at 97%, or at least it was at the end of practice. Whether or not it'll stay at that is another matter. We'll have to see. Asphalt's currently at 38 degrees. Air temperature's 19. No wind, because why would you want that?
Did I take someone's car?
I don't think we did. We're good, as far as I'm aware. Everyone pours out as qualifying commences. It's Magzire to lead the pack though, and Ragged Edge car.
It looks like there's an even distribution between the Ultra Softs and the Super Softs. Only a few people went Hyper Soft. Getting as many laps as possible.
So in this league in particular, as opposed to flag to flag rules, we allow full range tyre choice. Just gives drivers the ability to choose whatever strategy they want, no matter how much of a disadvantage it puts them at. It's their call at the end of the day. And we will run on board with Magzire as he is about to begin his first flying lap. The first flying lap of 2019 Formula Trout Racing League. Here we go.
I'm hearing the voiceover still a little quiet in the cars.
Okay, that's fair enough. I will tend to that right now. And I realise I've not set to qualifying, as usual, you know me. Thank you, yeah. I noticed it as soon as I read that.
Quality is not live. Bob Deacon kicked from the server.
Oh dear. Magzire crosses the line, and he has a time that hasn't been recorded for me. Good start to the season.
Didn't record the time. I have 1:21.547. Is that correct?
Could be.
Stop.
Got a few times though. I've got Mr. Parmar with a 1:23.7. Stoyan with a 1:24.3. A few cars went off there.
Currently, Clank Hughes leading with a 128.8.
1:28.8. That's not leading for me.
I read that wrong. 1:28. Although he's on the Hyper Softs, Magzire was on the Ultra Softs.
I think Jet Plank's pulling into the pits.
Yeah, those Hyper Softs good for one lap. Oof.
Bit of a burnout right there, going into the pits. Probably a bit too fast.
This new in-lap rule is going to force some strategy in qualifying. You can't just quit out anymore.
Yeah, definitely. And with Alcada, who's about to embark on a hot lap. We might have just finished one. No, I think he's starting now. Braking at 70 meters. And then the apex. That open. That's a fourth. This corner always catches you out if you don't line up your car properly. Braking at 60 meters. Full beams now. Go to the next braking zone. I find drivers will be managing their battery pretty easy around Albert Park, to be honest. A lot of deep braking zones where you can recharge your battery quite easily.
Ooh, clipping the grass a bit there.
Yeah, you're right there. Keeps it together though. It's one of the slowest corners, or the slowest corner on the track. The RS Open, across the finishing line, is set to 121.6. What's our current best? I don't think it's shown me yet.
Our current best is 120.8.
Is that Clank?
828. Yes.
Not a bad start for our boy Clank Hughes, the Norwegian, if I'm correct. Running with Max down at the moment, number 2 driver for younger GP. See if he has what it takes to rival his teammate, current reigning champion in the hybrid series. So he's 1.3 seconds off in the first sector. Nice start to the second sector though. 0.8 seconds up on his delta. Crosses the line with a 122, puts him 6th for me. I don't know the Tower of Time is showing.
My screen is P6 also.
Okay. A great angle right there. It's blocked by the billboard. Oh! Something tells me qualifying's just restarted. Okay. Right, so that was just a test run, guys.
That was a practice qualifying.
Yeah, just getting my commentator skills nicely warmed up. As you can see, we're now live.
What was that about?
People not in the right liveries. I don't think it really matters. I say that it would bug me if I was the one running tonight's show, so I can't say anything. Clank Hughes though to lead the pack out of qualifying this time round.
Looks like Hughes opted for the ultra softs over the hyper softs this time.
Awful angle. What is that angle? Who designed this track? What are your thoughts on the Blue Falcon with the red, white and blue on the rear wing?
It's a beautiful car as Hughes comes out for a flying lap right now.
Carries plenty of speed through 1 and 2, through to 3. The RS Open. Braking roughly around the 70 meters. Split right and left. Up to 6th gear. Full throttle. Vision, or should I say, Clank Hughes, has been rather quiet over the winter period. I think he takes some time away from the league just to kind of recuperate and do some PR training. But as you can see, he's back, more fierce than ever, ready to take on the title challenge. As are a lot of other drivers. Goes into the slowest corner on the track. Fast right-hander. Open up. Across the finish line. 121. Not a bad first lap. As the rest of the cars follow. As you said though before, with the forced in-lap now, you definitely are going to be seeing a lot of different strategies in qualifying. Some people may be splitting the battery across 2 laps. Others doing the 1 lap and coming in. Looks like Mr. Hughes though has enough battery in reserve to keep going. Or this is just a really good in-lap. Practicing for the race, you know. And he comes up on some traffic. Hopefully the dirty air won't disturb him too much. By the looks of things though, I think this is another flying lap. He's definitely on the pace. Nope, he comes in. I was misjudged by myself. Actually, currently 3rd fastest apparently. The 122. Just over 15 minutes to go now. As one of the KTM drivers goes off. Maxi decides at last second to pit. Running with Max Stein though, who's currently 5/10ths up on his hot lap at the moment. On his previous best, which was a 122.3. All eyes on this guy. A lot of pressure on him. Can he perform and do what he must for the team? Winning the GP last season, they did struggle with the driver lineup. A lot of cursed drivers as Max loses control out of turn 12. Not an easy section to get right. Your tyres have to be at the right temperature. You have to have the perfect aero. That back end can easily just escape from you. Let's put an end to that current lap. Oh God, what happened there? Jack Smith slowing down to let traffic by. And I think that was Mr. Wolf behind him. Locking up, and I think he might have just given him a bit of a love tap.
Ooh.
Nice to see BM Racing making it into this season though. There were questions whether or not they'd pull out or resort to just one team representing the BM brand, but Tommy Olato. Those of you who are familiar with the drivers from previous seasons, Mizzy, a veteran of Formula Trout, back again. Says one last time. See what he can do this season.
Looks like Jack Smith ran out of fuel.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. He says he's out of qualifying.
That's a shame. But those be the rules. That's the way the cookie crumbles. If you can't make it back to the pits, that's your qualifying run done. Beautiful livery there though from BM. Loving the return of the Uncle Bennis sponsorship. Finland's finest. I don't know what you call it, cooking sauce provider. But yeah, Tommy Olato. Oh, Ulato. I'm trying my best here. Currently nearly 9/10 up on his previous best. Can he get it together at the last corner? I think he can. So it's a good lap from him, 1:21.5. Still plenty of time to go. What tyre was that on? Can you tell me? But Tommy Ulato.
Looks like an ultra soft.
Okay. There's Tarek Alcada. Goes second fastest for me with a 1:20.9.
Most of the grid right now went for the ultra soft.
It's going to take 2 seconds to disable flux, which is going to try and make my stream look brown.
It's just the sun setting in Australia.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know.
Different rules down there. Gotta appreciate that Dragon Spirit livery. The gold and green goes really well together. Almost looks like a Jamaican team from a distance. Or like the Green Power Ranger. So we've technically got 19 laps set.
Try bringing down the car volume a bit more.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's at 10 at the moment. Being on to 7.
Okay.
Any lower, it's just going to disappear. There you go, Pum.
Bit of an overtake there. Nice and clean.
1/10 up on his current best at the moment. Gained quite a lot out of turn 7. Though he is coming across a bit of traffic. 2/10 up now. He's gaining a bit of slipstream here. Oh no, the Renault car does not pull to one side, and that is
into the dirt.
Yep.
Avoiding the wall. Well done.
I think you might see him pull into the pits now. Won't be happy about that. That might be an incident report for later. It is up to the driver behind though to set a safe distance before embarking on a hot one. You can never fully judge it, admittedly.
Lots of good-looking cars this season.
Yeah, definitely. But, a few people have had them done by professionals, which, you know, I appreciate. You know, I love seeing the grid in all its glory. Stephen Tromer pulls into the pits. We have just under 8 minutes left of qualifying. Been quite exciting. Paul Magzire, though, by the looks of things, has this one in the bag, so far at least. Comes into the pits, probably to prepare for one last stint. Who knows? Still plenty of time. As Maxi crosses the line with a 1:20.7, just over 4/10 behind the current fastest, or so it says on my screen. And alongside Mathis de Wolf, looks like he's had a bit of a tumble in the gravel pit. His front wing is readjusting. That BM Junior Racing livery looks good. It looks even better when the front wing isn't misaligned. And then with Carlos, previous best is a 1:25.4. Not exactly the fastest, but I'm sure you can improve on this. Already nearly 5/10 up. He loses it out of turn 4. Thought you can bring it back. Carlos has the pace, he just needs to line his car up more precisely. Just feel like he's missing a few apexes, which is costing him quite a lot. But he sets a 1:24.5, puts him right behind Tom Richenford, who we're currently running with at the moment. Leaves on a flying lap, but he's also caught up behind the Renault, who lets him by this time. Loses control.
Going a bit wide, clipping the grass and spinning out.
Fortunately stays out of other people's way. Might have distracted Mr. Wolf there though.
Coming down to the final minutes of qualifying now. just over 3 minutes left.
Yeah, you should see a lot of the drivers currently out on track, maybe pull into the pits one last time. Those in the pits go into a little boys' room just to get nice and comfortable for the last qualifying attempt.
Bring it in, put on those hypersofts, and do one good flying lap.
So am I correct in saying that Ernest Riss is not present tonight? Because I don't see him in the top 5 at least. I don't think he would be in the rest of the...
I see him sitting in the pit, but he hasn't gone out yet.
On board with Tarek, who is about to embark on his final flying lap by the looks of things. He might just have enough battery at the end of the one out, but he's probably putting it all into this. Already nearly 1/10 up as he goes into turn 3. This deep braking zone. Perfect left. Full throttle now, hook to the right. Bit of an incident ahead with the KTM driver. Not having the best of sessions, admittedly. Normally Wolf is pretty good around Melbourne. I don't know what it is. Maybe lack of practice, or maybe the pressure's just getting to him. Alcada though, lost a bit of that edge in the second sector. Goes wide out of turn 13. We'll have to back off now. See if he can regain a bit more battery, going back on maybe a final attempt. As Magzar goes
less than a minute
fastest.
left.
120.3. Mr. Poom has a answer for that. There's a 120 flat. Still on it though. Saying that, I think he just backed off. I think that was his last attempt, maybe.
18 seconds.
Plank Hughes betters his time, but still just over 2/10 off the current best.
I've received word that Ernest has received a qualifying ban.
Oh, right.
He's not qualifying right now.
That makes sense. I was about to say, but Plank looks like he's backed off.
With that information.
Set to Maxi now. Has he got it? There's a bit of time out of turn 10.
We're now in overtime for qualifying, so bring it home, boys.
Oh, too much though. Too greedy. That puts an end to his pole position attempt there, which is a shame. Don't think he quite had it in him, but maybe enough to get P3. Magzire comes in. I think that's it really. Stormcloud goes does better than his previous, but only goes 14th. That's the end of qualifying, guys. That's all she wrote. Maxi Younger frustrated with his little slip up there in turn 12, which is a shame. think if he'd just held it together, he might have been able to take P3 at least. Maybe. Jack Smith, 7th, which isn't too bad considering, you know, he missed pretty much 3/4 of qualifying. And I believe he is a reserve driver for a Dragon Spirit, so yeah, he's not done too bad there. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. My boy DJB, David Bull, 12th on the Ultra Softs. Let's run through the grid real quick, eh? Hago Pum on pole with a 120 flat. Clank Hughes second alongside him, 120.2. Paul Magzire, 120.3. Maximilian Junger, 120.7. Tarek Alcadar in 5th, 120.7. Barely anything between 4th and 5th. Like literally 1/1000th of a second. That's amazing.
It's gonna be some close racing today, I think.
I'm gonna jump straight to trackside, guys, because I don't think we have that much time left.
How do I do this start?
I fucked up already.
Here, I'm just going back out.
Lights out and away we go, guys. It's a great start from Hago, who holds on to first and claims a T1. And he's definitely making a breakaway straight away. There's Clank, who goes in the inside for turn 3. However, loses out to Magzire. Maxi's right on his tail. Tommy Alato up to 5th. Jack Smith up to 6th. Alcada, though, losing the most there, down to 7th place. Wonder what happened there. I do apologise for the poor coverage at the start. I panicked and needed to return to pit. Running alongside Maxi, though, who's right on the tail of Hughes. Is he really going for an attempt there? Thinks twice about it. We've now got the 3rd DRS zone, I forgot to mention. Maxi eyeing up there what could have been a possible overtake, but very risky business going on. Just needs to stick behind Mr. Hughes for the time being. Got the drivers all being backed up into one another, like a Constantino effect. Tarek eyeing up a possible overtake down the inside, maybe on the outside even. Stephen Troma, though, fair dues, up to 8th place.
Looks like David Bull is back in the pit. Something happened there.
Oh dear.
His lone driver today.
Stephen Troma goes around the outside. Can he make it stick? Alcada holds onto it for the time being. And that's David Bull out of the race, unfortunately. Paul Magzire takes the fastest lap so far, 1:24 flat. Tom Richenford goes wide out of the penultimate corner. Pretty much almost undoes all the hard work he's just done. Running alongside Stephen Troma at the moment. He's right on the tail of Alcada. Has been for a few laps now. Just quickly jumping through all the cars. See who's in first. Here you go, still leading so far for Dragon Spirit. Building up a bit of a gap to Magzire, 1.4 seconds behind him at the moment as he goes across the start finish line and backs onto lap 4. I'm beginning to wonder what happened there. I feel like we missed something because where's Maxi? Alex Cochran checks on mismatch. Someone forgot to. Oh my god! A bit of an incident there with Jack Smith and Alcada. Oh god. A lot of hard work gone to waste there. A lot of people made gains from that. Jake Bond up to 6th position now. Stormcloud 0.5 seconds behind him. Remember guys, DRS is open now, so heading into the 3rd DRS zone. Might see an overtake possibly. Definitely, considering Jake Bond just went wide out of turn 11, 12 even. Stormcloud, nice overtake there. So, Quizno, tell me what the strategy is at the moment.
Well, it looks like most drivers out there right now are on the Ultra Softs.
Massive damage to the Alcada's front wing. He comes into the pits. You keep an eye on what he's doing. Maximilian Junger down to 12th place. What happened there? He's not going to be happy about that. It doesn't look like he's got any damage to his car, so it might have just been his pride that's been hit. Yeah, that car looking pretty good still. Let's see if he can do a good recovery stint and get it back together. Up to 9th position now, so a few people pull into the pits. Ooh, Jake Bond now down to 10th place. Carlos though, 12th position, nearly in the points. Let's hope he keep this run going. No distractions. He's currently 4/10ths up on his previous best. But he does have Ermus Riss, possible title contender, all over his rear. Ermus going for the inside. Looks like he's claimed it. Carlos probably wise enough to realise that that's not his battle today. I know I've said this several times tonight, but the M Junior livery, there's something else. Hago though, lost out on 1st position. Apologies for that. Went wide, as far as I'm aware. Went wide out of turn 8.
Ermis, who started at the back of the grid due to a qualifying ban, is really moving up the grid right now. P12.
What tyre compound did he start on now?
Start on or currently on?
Currently on. I thought he was pitted.
He's currently on the Ultra Soft.
Okay.
He's making up some ground.
Hasn't opted for a different tyre strategy considering his starting position. Hago staying all on the rear of Magzar, keeping him honest as they cross. Well, they're about to embark on lap 7. Hago is within DRS zone, goes down the inside. Looks like he's going to make that one stick and claims the apex in T1. But whose turn is it now to have DRS? It's Magzire's, of course. We know that answer. But not able to capitalise on it this time. Looks like Hago is pretty comfortable with being up in first position. You see the flashing of his car. I think that means he's recharging his battery. Yeah, as he goes into the braking zones. Hermes Riss setting the fastest lap of the session so far, 1:23.3. You really have to admire how well these guys can keep it together under so much pressure. I don't think until you actually drive these cars you realise the amount of stress it takes. There's traffic! Oh my god, that is unfortunate for Hago, who's held up by traffic coming out of the pits, and unfortunately has to concede first place. I mean, these things happen. I think the lap car obviously should have pulled off the racing line, but was he to know that there was a battle for the lead going on right behind him?
I think I've had a blue flag incident at that same corner before. Not much room.
No. Considering it's a DRS straight, the track isn't very wide there. But it's Magzai who's back in first now. Hago won't be happy about that. Did you think there would be a battle between these two though tonight? I did not. I mean,
it's hard to say. We have a lot of fast drivers on the grid. It's hard to predict who's going to be up in front.
Yeah, that's why I was going to make sure that I was commentating in the hybrid league, because I just appreciate the racecraft. You know, there's these guys, there's barely anything between them, to be honest. It can go either way. It's nice to see that the closest battle at the moment is for P1. You don't normally see this. There's Hermes Riss. Eyes up another overtake, this time on Max Stein. Max Stein.
Hermes is up in the points now.
Needs to do everything within his power to kind of hold up Hermes right now, if he wants to be the perfect wingman. He wants to retain that number 2 driver seat for next season. Looks like he's doing just his job. Jack Smith catching up to
what's happening?
Mr. Fisher.
Clean pass.
It's a shame to see Jack so far down. Plank catching up to Hago now. Definitely going to be putting pressure on these two. Mags are hoping that Hughes will catch up and allow him to make a bit of a gap. Hughes is currently on his current best, 1/10 up. Clank Hughes last season was just riddled with bad luck. Just whenever you thought he had it in the bag, something would obviously go the other way as he just gains a bit of oversteer out of the last corner. That's not what you need, mate. Especially with Magzai and Poom completely on the ball tonight. Saying that, Poom goes a bit wide out of turn 1. Doesn't seem to stop his progress. Just watching this is getting me so hyped for the actual Formula 1.
Felipe, baby, stay cool.
Thank you for the follow, Tom Yum. Sorry to hear about your race. If you want to jump into the commentators channel and just walk us through what happened, paint the pictures for us, we're more than happy to hear your side of the story. So same goes to anyone who's interested in sharing their opinion on tonight's race. That's what we're here for.
Correction, it's the waiting for interview channel, not the commentators channel.
You always have to show me up in front of thousands of fans that we have. Clank Hughes falling back a little bit now.
I can't wait to see how the pitch strategy is going to affect it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Who's going to do the undercut? Are they all just going to pit at the same time?
Baby, stay cool.
With a follower. Thank you very much, Nicole TV.
So this season we're enforcing one mandatory pit stop.
We always do. We always do.
Maybe rules change.
No. I think that's something I like about this league in particular. Looks like Hago's gaining a bit of traction as Ermis goes fastest lap again. There's barely anything between these two.
Hughes is heading in for the pits now.
Felipe, baby, stay cool.
Keep me updated on what happens there. Thank you, Zonda, for the follow. We'll try and put on a good show for you as Carlos gets a bit of oversteer there of turn 4, turn 5. Still the closest battle so far. Still between Hago Poom and Magzai for P1 and P2.
Hughes is out of the pit on the super soft.
Carlos staying out of the way of the championship battle. I say championship battle, it's the first race.
It's been requested that we reset the app for the tower, I think.
Yeah, no, it's set to some weird mode at the moment. What's the? I've forgotten the. There's a shortcut which I've forgotten. I'm not really wanting to do it right now, as these guys are all over one another. Hago's got DRS open, trying to stay behind Magzai, getting as much slipstream as possible. I don't think he's gonna capitalize much, but he's got DRS again. Oh,
they touch!
Oh no! Oh,
looks like
no.
Hago's front right tire clipped Magzai's back left tire, and they're being true racers about it and waiting for each other to get back on the road before they continue. Wow.
That brings Tommy
Exciting.
Olato back into the picture, who hasn't pit yet. Neither of the two ahead, but they will definitely probably be considering that now. Definitely, probably. Tommy Olato's heart rate has just increased by about 20 beats per minute.
Oh, they didn't give up any positions there, did they?
No, there was such a gap ahead that they didn't lose anything.
Well, this ought to shake up the grid.
Tommy right in the midst of things now. So let's see if we can adjust the tower. At the moment it just shows the closest battles, so let's see if we can change it real quick. Okay. So we've got two...
Top three pitting now.
Yep. All three of them...
Oh, there's a crash in the pit! Are you fucking kidding me?
Come on, guys!
Are you kidding me?
Not like this.
Oh,
Clank goes
excuse
first,
my
though.
language, folks.
That's,
Oh my god.
It's all live here, lads. It's all live. Anything goes. Clank Hughes now into first position. Someone tell me...
I've never seen something like this happen before. This is insane.
Someone try telling me that watching sim racing is not fun. Someone try and tell me, because I am witnessing something else tonight, lads.
So it looks like Tommy avoided that crash in the pit, was able to pit and change to super softs, and exits the pit in P2 behind Hughes, who already did pit. Both P1 and P2 are on super softs now. Hughes' tires are a little bit older than Tommy's.
Hermes Riss up to 7th position. Maxi in 6th. What tyres Maxi on at the moment? Has he pit? Because he is there's a bit of a gap.
That ought to shake up the grid.
Clank Hughes though, 13 seconds ahead. He has this one in the bag, unless Lady Luck is not on his side tonight. We've seen it before. Anything goes in these races. Hermes Riss right in the tail of Maxi. Interesting to see these. Oh my god, Maxi! Maxi goes wide. I think he lets off the throttle and slows down a little. There's contact between the two. Bit of argy-bargy going on. Maxi does not want to let this guy through, but I think he might have to get. Oh my god, these guys!
He touches the floor.
There's no respect.
Hermes really fighting from the back of the grid up to P5 now. Is that correct?
You'd have thought these guys would be battling out for first position the way these guys are going, but no. This is for P5.
Points are points, man. It's going to be a long season.
Tommy Olato now has a poom on his tail. The gap is closed.
I don't think Hermes has been to the pit yet.
Poom and Magzai want their positions back.
So Hermes is on aging ultra softs and just fighting for positions left and right.
Clank Hughes goes fastest with a 1:23.1. Olato bogs down in the penultimate corner and now has two angry drivers with DRS. They both fight for the inside line.
Is pitting now.
Olato has to concede 2 positions there. Nice overtaking from these two, keeping it clean. But it's round 2, up to turn 4. Who's going to take it? Poom's in second. Olato's just there for just to tag along like a third wheel.
It looks like Hermes only lost 3 positions pitting. He's now on the ultra softs again.
Max Stein
Don't
also
change
pitting.
a working formula.
think the pressure got to Tommy there, to be honest. Clank Hughes though.
Race.
Sorry to cut across. Go on, sorry.
This is an incredible race. Lots
Yeah.
of action from front to back from the start.
Oh, a bit of traffic there. Staying out of the way. Nice one, Mr. Renault.
Is that his name?
Just driving a Renault. Hughes though, pulling away now.
Comfortable lead. Wow.
He doesn't even have to push. Still fastest lap so far. We're just past the halfway point now, guys. So get comfy. Maybe put the kettle on. It's not over yet, lads. Maxi in 5th position. Can you confirm what tyre that he's on? Sorry, I did ask before, but I didn't get an answer.
Maxi Younger?
Yeah.
Super softs.
Okay, so he has made a pit.
Yes, he has.
So yeah, the top 5, at least the top 5 have pitted. I'd assume Stephen Troma has as well. Who is on the tail of Maxi and is gaining. Goes down, or goes around the outside. Maxi has him covered off for now, but the gap is even closer now. Going into the last corner. Hego Poom goes fastest lap with 1:22.6. Maxi
Is
manages.
Hughes really 15 seconds ahead?
Yep, as far as
Is
I'm
that
aware.
correct? Wow.
16. Maxi just closing off any possible overtake from Stephen, who goes real close there in turn 4. Almost wrist sets the fastest lap, but didn't quite catch it though. And there's battles all over the place.
Hughes is coming up on a lot of lap traffic right now.
Max Stein has a bit of an incident. He returns to pit. I think that's his race over. Stromer's gaining on Maxi. He's going around the outside into turn 5. No, it's not turn 5. It's turn 10. No, it's not. I've lost my bearings, lads. Going into the penultimate corner now. Turn 15. Prost, apparently. Turn 16 and Stromer's ahead. What has Maxi got to say about that though? He's gone into the pits. Maxi has gone into the pits. What is his plan? He didn't start on the super softs as far as I'm aware. He must have pit.
Maxi's coming out on the ultra softs now. So maybe doing it reverse.
Ermis is now up to 6th. Stormcloud up to 7th. Jake Bond up to 8th. Maxi's got a bit of a climb ahead of him. Tommy holding on. You can just about see the 2 cars in the distance battling away. Maxi is overtaking Jake Bond already. Stormcloud's next. Magzar's gaining on Mr. Poom. Magzar makes it past. As easy as that.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. No, you're right there. Poom has DRS now.
What did I tell you?
Goes around the outside. Can you make a stick? Both guys.
They touched, but they're good. They're good.
Magzire's back ahead. It's back and forth between these guys. Still got 13 laps to go. Jack Smith. What's going on here? Jack Smith opening up a possible opportunity. Not the best of places to go for an overtake. But he's got DRS. Goes around the outside.
Hago overtaking Magzire, but they're still fighting for it. Just wheel to wheel through every corner.
And this is helping Yolato in the background as he's just gaining now. Back in the picture. All he has to do is wait for an opportunity for these guys to get
Magzire
past.
DRS open. Passes again. This is just going to keep going back and forth.
Goes down the inside. DRS open. On the outside this time. No contact this time between the two. I mean, if I was to give driver of the day to anybody, I'd give it to these two. They've just put on such a great show. It's impossible.
Unless there's still some laps to go. You never know what's going to happen.
Alcada overtakes Jig Bond, goes up to 9th position. Tommy Yolato, 0.5 seconds behind now. He'll also be getting DRS, hopefully. Hago Poon comes across a bit of traffic. He's holding up too much, hopefully not. Clank Hughes though, still over 16 seconds ahead. This guy's got it in the bag.
No overtake by Magzire that lap this time around.
Who knows?
It's like Hago's getting away. Oh.
It could be a part of his strategy, you know, could be saving his battery for another part of the lap, who knows. A lot of guesswork from our point of view. And it's back and forth between Stephen Tromer and Ermis Riss now. Tromer staying ahead for the time being.
Magzire overtaking Hago now.
Nicely done. Goes into the grass.
No,
though.
but he loses it. He doesn't even hold it. Oh my god.
10 laps to go. 9 shortly. It is 10, sorry. As they come across traffic now, this might be the deciding factor.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Hago concedes. And Magzire's back ahead.
If I were that car, I'd get out of the way. I'm usually that car.
Yeah. If I was that car, normally I am. Magzire stays ahead. Bit of a lock up there from him though, won't be doing his tyres any good.
They're getting close.
Can you name a more dynamic duo? Other than us.
I don't even know what to say about this. Other than us, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can you name a better commentator?
We've had some battles. We've had some battles.
It adds to the rapport.
We're in the back. We're in the back, but it's still fun battle. God, overtaking again and again and fighting through the corner again.
And that brings Tommy back into the picture again. Can he do something about it this time?
He's right there.
He's just keeping it clean. Is anyone else getting bored of this? Me neither.
No. I want to see Tommy with the double overtake.
Oh, imagine it last
Never
lap.
know. Looks like Hughes is extending his lead. He's 17 seconds ahead.
Yep. Oh, there's contact again! There's contact again!
Oh my
Tommy's
God!
collected in it this time. Tommy manages to capitalise though, but oh god, that's it for Hago by the looks of things. Magzai's pulling away. Maybe one for the incident reports.
Oh, our layout still says qualifying.
Oh Christ, on a bike!
Oh man.
No, it doesn't. What are you on about? I don't know what you're on
Check the
about.
stream. What are you talking about?
Shut up, syntax.
It's hard to keep track of everything when you have this exciting race going on.
You're right. You're right. It's too exciting. I just get rid of that altogether.
And just crop it out. Listen, this fight's not over. There's still a fight for third place here.
Definitely, you're right there. This is just helping Clank Hughes pull away. Tommy Alato has a Hago Poon problem. He concedes.
Yeah, Hago retakes his podium.
Surprisingly, only 3 DNFs. Max Stein says, game crashed on the start and missed the lights out. Loaded the stock setup by mistake and ran out of fuel. We've all been there, mate. We've all been there. A lot of damage on Hago Poom's front wing there. Doesn't seem to be stopping his performance though. Only 1 second behind Magzai now. 7 laps to go. I think something's still on the table. Still on the cards.
So do we open it up to vote for a driver of the day?
Yep, guys, if you want to post your drive of the day.
Yeah, everyone in chat, hashtag driver of the day. Vote for your favorite driver today.
The votes will close at the end of the race. Even though something could literally happen on the last lap and can
I don't
change
want
your
to influence the viewers, but Hermes started in like 20th place and is in P5 right now.
I think he can get to P4.
Did Hago just overtake?
Hago did just overtake. Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Sorry, we're talking about other things. And
someone put this guy to jail, man. Let's send over those notepad hacks. Magzai's gaining with DRS. Overtakes.
The DRS is too powerful.
It is. Almost race around the tail of Tommy now. The tail of Tommy. Oh, he goes too deep. He goes too deep right into the gravel pit. That gives Gelato a bit of breathing room. And all eyes back on Magzire. Something tells me that this battle will go on throughout the championship between these two. Maxi Younger down to 7th place. This is not the championship battle he wanted.
Same story up in P1. Hughes has a comfortable lead. All he has to do is drive safe.
Easier said than done. Hago Poom has to take to the grass in the last corner, and so does Magzire. It's not over yet, mate. Gelato just needs a bit more luck. I mean, you have to hand it to Clank. He's held on to that 17-second gap. It hasn't gone below that this whole time. It's not like he's dropped off the pace. He's stayed constant throughout. Yeah, these guys have been back and forth, and it's probably not helped their battle, but...
Now, if we go back, Hughes was the first to pit.
Yeah.
Then Magzire and Hago had that issue, the incident in the pit lane, and that's where Hughes came out and fought. He kept his pace 17 seconds ahead. Clean race.
There's a stationary Renault car just chilling in T5. Almost risks all over the rear of Gelato now. Doesn't take him long to get back on the pace. Amos Risk goes down the inside, takes P4. A shame. So Gelato was getting rather comfortable in P4. Now he has someone else to contend. He has DRS. Lapped car staying out of the way. Magzire's back ahead. 3 laps to go. This is all to play for. Don't change channels just yet, lads. The race isn't over just yet. Ermis is now in the picture. Is he gonna upset some drivers now? That is the question.
I have my driver of the day pick. Oh, they touch again. They touch again. Ermis is going to get a podium this race, I know it. I'm supposed to be impartial, but I got to follow my heart on this one.
I think Gelato is not to be ruled out just yet. He's right behind them. One mistake and he's in P2.
Hago went a bit wide. Hermes overtakes for P2.
Oh! And there's contact. Hago goes wide again. He's holding on to that position. Very.
Oh my god.
That
Really
was
cut
rude.
across on the apex of that corner there.
Yeah. Lato won't be happy about
Tommy
that.
off.
That was an act of desperation right there, trying to hold on for what he's put a lot of hard graft into tonight. Can't blame him. Guys are passionate.
It's gonna be some good points for Ragged Edge today if they pull home 2 and 3. Bring it.
Yep. You're right there. 2 laps left. I won't lie, lads. My heart's racing.
This is
Hands are
what a
clammy,
season opener.
I know, right?
What a season opener, right?
There you go. Bogs down a little. Brings Yelato a bit closer. You just see the difference in lines though. Like Hago and Hermes and Magzai, they're just going a bit wider, getting a better entry into the corner. Whereas Yelato is kind of just going almost straight down the road into it. Just not using every inch of the track, and that's the difference between, you know, these positions.
Yeah, Stewart's gonna be busy after this race.
Yeah. Maxi only 4 seconds behind Stephen Tromer now, but with only 2 laps to go, I don't think there's enough time. Magzai goes a bit wide there out of turn 4. But that's Magzai has lost out as well. Hermes is now up to P2. And
What did I tell you?
now the gap's closing. Like it was 17 seconds. Now it's dropping. His tires maybe. Hayo's not done yet though. He wants that final podium step.
Hermes is the only driver in the top 5 on the Ultra Softs, right? And if I'm correct, he started on the Ultra Soft and then switched over after.
The pits are closed now. Final lap.
If that's a strategy.
Hago has to make this move now or never. He's got 4 possible corners. This one being one of them now.
Got some traffic ahead. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I shouldn't have
And there's contact, there's contact!
I shouldn't have said anything.
Hago's ahead.
It looks like everyone keep their position?
Hago
Hermes is still P2.
benefited.
Hago overtook, yeah.
Oh god. Can Hago make something of this? Right on the tail of Hermes.
We're in the final lap already.
Goes wide. I didn't see how that affected Tommy Yelato, who is a few seconds behind.
Our leader is on the final lap right now. This is the final lap.
And that's it. He does it. He's only bloody gonna done it. Clank Hughes, P1. Go on, my son. Well done. Well done.
It was a good, clean race.
He did exactly what was required of him. He capitalized on other people's mistakes.
Hermes coming home.
From last,
Starting last. to
P2.
second. Pretty good.
Hago Poom, 3rd place, finalising the last step on the podium. Magzai on P4, Tommy Yelato P5, Stephen Tromer P6, Max Younger about to cross the finish line now, P7, Stormcloud, wherever his name is, that's not a real name, P8, Alcada. My heart goes out to this guy. I don't know his real name. I don't know what team he represents, but he did really well in qualifying and lost out on the first lap. P9, and it's Jake Bond who will be taking the final point tonight in P10. Douglas Falcon, aka Nitrox, the second driver for F0 Racing. P11, Jack Smith, another one who lost out tonight. He'll be taking P12. Mathis de Wolf, P13. A lot of bad luck tonight. I think that proven. So Parma, DNF, or maybe a lap down. Stoyan, P15. Nils Fisher. A lot of incident reports will be written about him tonight. Karlisk.
What a race.
That was a race. Well done to Clank Hughes though. I bet his eyes widen up as soon as he saw those two make a couple of buffoons of themselves. We've got Ermis Riss waiting for an interview. Hello Ermis. Well done, P2. Are you happy about that?
So, apparently, if I had not been struck in first lap, there would have been a possibility for a win, but who knows what would have happened. A lot more battles probably for me, but...
Well, these things happen, unfortunately.
I don't know who that guy was behind me, but he needs to get a good test on his reaction. There was like, it was a three-way crash in that corner, double yellows, and he didn't slow down and hit me in the ass, and that really pissed me off.
Well, you still managed to keep it together, and P2 is not a bad achievement.
Honestly, P2 is higher than I was ever expecting, but they were battling so hard between each other, they were losing so many...
Out of interest, was it team orders?
No, there was no team orders. Magsire's tires and aero were damaged both. I saw when he went out of corners, he didn't have any grip. So basically, they were both slow enough that I actually ran a low drag setup, so they were easy to pass on the straight.
Yeah.
So when I got past Magsire, at first I thought I was gonna go my way, but then I saw that I should help him and maybe keep third place. So I slowed down and kept him in my DRS range, so Hago couldn't pass him so easily.
On the final lap, you came across a bit of traffic.
Yeah, I do not know what that guy was doing. That was just ridiculous in my opinion.
Did you rear end him?
Yes, I tapped his rear.
That's unfortunate, man. I think that it caused a bit of a chain reaction, and Hago managed to capitalise.
I do not know why he didn't pull away on the straight, because I was right behind him, and he must have had blue flags. There's no doubt in my mind he had.
Well, that's one incident report that the stewards will have to look into later on. But nonetheless, there's a good result, and
yeah, I can't really be mad with this result after coming from, well, two failures basically, a qualifying ban and a crash. So P2 is honestly really good. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the stream chat, we're seeing votes for you, driver of the day.
Well, there's a driver of the day vote now.
Yeah, I kind of made it up in the stream.
But yeah, well done.
So you won the first one.
I was kind of frustrated because Max lost out because of that incident. Just really hoping to get a double podium here, but you know, there's more races to come, and I guess it was a bit of his fault here for not capitalizing on what he.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, It's
So P2 and P4, it's still good for the constructors. I think we're leading. I'm not sure.
yeah, exactly. There's that, and it starts your title challenge. And I mean, you got to hand it to Clank Hughes as well. He stayed out of any trouble.
Yeah, he was really consistent through the race. I wish I could have given him a little more pressure, but I guess that's that.
Well, it wasn't until you actually overtook Magzire that you actually started like chipping away at the gap. He had a steady.
Actually, I didn't know I was even catching up to them that fast. It was at one point I just saw the gap and was like, "What the hell? How are they that close to me?" And then I just started pushing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well done, man.
Okay,
On
thanks.
to the next race.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Let's get returner in here.
No.
Hago.
Hello.
Is that how you pronounce your name? Hago Pom?
Hago Boom.
Nice one, man. That was you put on such a great race for us to watch.
Exciting race.
I don't think there was a point where we didn't stop battling each other.
No, there wasn't. I think there wasn't a lap that went by that there wasn't an overtake from you two.
Yeah.
So we have to hand it to you. Like, you've really put on a very, very exciting race for us. I mean, like, you normally expect battles like that to be in the midfield, but it was just P1 or 2.
I mean, Dragon Spirit is here to show that we are here for the title, not for the mid.
Yeah, definitely.
And that definitely started it off really well.
So what happened in the pits?
There was I think it's just a misunderstanding of rules, of not them being set in place. Before the race, an hour or two before, we had a talk that we are allowed to go into the pits at full speed because game allows that. So I expected everybody to know that, and I went into the pits full speed while Max didn't. I think in the next race we should have a rule set in place. Can you or can you not?
Yeah, we'll definitely sort something out for that. It's a shame. I mean, you guys didn't stop battling nonetheless, but you gave Clank Hughes the perfect opportunity to claim P1.
Yeah.
And you almost gave it away to. Sorry, I was going to say you almost gave it away to Tommy Olato as well.
Yeah, that was a close one. I managed to defend it from him.
But yeah, you have to hand it to Clank Hughes. He managed to keep it clean.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was definitely the driver of the race for me because he made zero mistakes. He kept his clear from me and Maxire or Paul, and he eventually got the profits from it.
Oh yeah, he didn't let off the pace whatsoever. He could have easily lifted a bit, but he kept a steady 17 seconds to you guys. So yeah.
Yeah, even when we were like first and second with Paul, he was still keeping 2 or 3 second gap. He never let it past 2 or 3 seconds, just enough to use our mistakes to get him past us, and that eventually worked out.
Any more comments about the race? What happened on the last lap?
There was a back marker. I think it was Nils,
Yeah.
one of the yellows. I think he like half spun, but eventually led to being in the middle of the racetrack. He spun in the middle of the racetrack, what blocked Paul and eventually blocked Urmas, but a little bit less. And because I was further away, I could position myself to get past them clearly.
There's a bit of argy-bargy between you and Magzire. Do you think that could have been avoided, or was it just both of you?
Definitely the first one, what was my fault for sure. On the second corner, I lost grip in the front and I was already close to him, and that led us to contact. And the other ones, when he turned into me on turn 3, that definitely could have been avoided. But I think he just didn't see me coming.
Would you say it's back and forth, the blame, or you're gonna leave that for us to decide?
I think it comes down to the stewards.
Yeah.
Drivers only see their point of view. They don't see the full race point of view.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for putting on a great show for us, and we can't wait for the
It
next
was
one.
really fun.
Yeah, nice one, man.
Thank you.
Maxi, what happened, man? What happened?
Hi. I had constant screen freezes. Had some performance issues. I think I need to do something with deliveries, but yeah, it wasn't my best race.
Were you saying JGP has not been performing well over the winter testing? Need to go back to the drawing board.
Well, we weren't there, so.
You weren't there. Yeah, then, isn't it?
You know, secret testing. We got our own server and own test track. We're secretive.
But what did you see in the race then? When did you pit?
I had a very good spectator seats, to be honest.
Yeah.
I heard some drama went with Ormus and his teammates, apparently doing a Ricardo from Mexico to Returner, blocking Returner so that Ormus can get through.
Something like that probably happened. It went unnoticed from our perspective.
I'm sure they're gonna report it.
But you decided to pit for ultras. You didn't
I
start.
decided-
You didn't start on supers, did you?
No, I started on ultras and I crashed lap 4. So, because I was following Only Vision, I was trying to overtake him because he was kind of holding me up. And then I had during the fast chicane, the left right, I had a screen freeze, and I just went on the grass, spun, and that was it in the wall. Had to pit, went to supers, pitted about lap 19 again. Oh, had a few battles on the supers actually in that mid stint with Urmas too.
Yeah. We saw some of that, yeah.
Made a bit of contact.
Yeah, we definitely saw that. There's no respect between you two.
Yeah, we don't like each other.
Don't say that live on the stream. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be honest.
I thought you had PR training over the winter.
Yeah, no. I got rid of that. No, it was all fun. Like I told him I was sorry, and he said it's fine. It didn't affect him. It affected me more, I think, because it kind of threw me off.
Yeah, we noticed that. But how does this set you up for the next race?
Well, it can't go any worse, can it?
So, don't talk too soon.
Well, I don't know. I think I've set a pretty low standard now, and so
things gonna get better.
Yeah. I think I would hope so. This wasn't really my track. The car was just sliding everywhere. I had performance issues with my PC, so it was a good day, so to say.
What are your thoughts on Clank Hughes taking P1?
Oh, I love it. No,
Yeah.
like I wanted to see him win for a long time because he hasn't won since Silverstone, and he's probably I have a good rivalry with him. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, we try and stay impartial as possible. I can't speak for Quizno, but
was he happy?
Opinions in.
Oh, he loves Only Vision. I remember that from Silverstone. He loves Only Vision.
But we can't help but smile when Clank gets P1.
I mean, he's a very modest guy. He's I don't know. He's very low key. I don't know how to explain it. It's just you can't not like him. He doesn't give you a reason to hate him.
We're gonna get Tommy Olato in here soon, but He was also up there fighting.
Yeah, I
for the
know he
podium.
was right behind me in lap 1 before I.
You might have to take him under your wing because he's got the potential, but I could just see that his racing line is not using every inch of the track, which is costing him.
So I'm not gonna take someone under my wing so that he can beat me. You know, that would be counterproductive.
You got to pass the torch on eventually, man. You're getting on, aren't you? You're getting old.
Yeah, I'm 20 now.
I can hear the bones creaking down the mic. But yeah, thank you very much for sharing some words with us, and best of luck in the next race. Let's hope.
Thank you for organising as always.
Oh yeah, that's what we're here for. Let's hope we've got a 2012 season on our hands with a different winner every race.
Oh, I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm betting 5 winners. I'm calling it 5 different winners.
You saying that? Yeah, okay. We'll have the predictions. We'll have a predictions channel up soon.
Okay,
Make a few bets. But yeah, nice one, man. Thank you for joining us.
See you.
Last but not least, Tommy Yelatalo Tatalalolo. How's it going, man?
Sweating.
Sweating, yeah. It's a good performance from you, man. I mean, it's a shame, Hermes eventually showed up to the party. And
It was a very eventful race, I must.
You were in the right place at the right time. I think you got caught up a few times behind a few incidents. But when they pitted and they made contact, Hago, Pom, and Magzire, you gained from that, as well as Clank Hughes. You were up in P2.
Yeah, but unfortunately from that incident I received a lot of front wing damage because I was caught up in it as well.
Shame, man.
Which affected my race quite a lot, but still I ended up staying with them even after that, so I was quite happy with that. It's very nice to be back in this league.
Oh yeah, we're happy to see you here. But what were your thoughts? What was going through your mind when you were 0.5 seconds from P2 or P3?
Oh, there was a lot of things going in my head.
Saying that as soon as you went up to P2, your heart rate must have like doubled.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Let's see if all that experience from those other leagues have come in handy.
Definitely.
What's the next track? Is it Bahrain? Could be wrong. I like to think.
Yeah,
it's Bahrain.
I believe it's Bahrain.
Is it your track?
We'll see. We'll see. It might be.
If anything, if my memory serves me well, we had a few incidents in Bahrain in the past. I still think I'm still a bit gutted that you didn't get a time penalty, and I should have had your position. But let's leave that in the past.
Yeah.
But brilliant performance from you today. It was nice to see you up there battling for podiums. Let's hope you bring more next race.
I'm sure we will see some more surprises after season.
What happened to Stephen Tromer? Because he's normally on the pace.
From what I talked to him, I'm not sure. I think that was just his pace this race.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think we got everything out of the car.
Yeah, I mean, Australia's not a track for everyone. It's kind of hit and miss. So who knows? Bahrain might see a change in tide. But yeah, thank you for putting on a nice show for us. It was very exciting seeing you right behind Hago and Magzire.
Thank you.
And beautiful livery, by the way. I love it. I love seeing Uncle Bennis back in Trout League.
Yeah, I mean it's the only reason why I'm back. It's all the money, all the sponsorship money.
Nice one, man. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next race.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Well, hasn't it been eventful, Quizno?
Great race, exciting race, start to finish.
So, your drive of the day, definitely Hermes race.
Oh yeah, I called it laps ago.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
As soon as he was in top 10, I'm like, oof, something's happening here.
yeah, you're right there. I mean, my personal drive of the day. I mean, I try and remain impartial, but Clank Hughes just did exactly.
The
what
race
was
is
required.
over. You can say what you want.
Yeah, Clank Hughes, man, he just did it from start to finish.
Kept it clean, kept it consistent.
You know, who knows what might have happened if those guys didn't crash out in the pits, but these things happen, man.
That's how racing works. You woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Felipe, baby, stay cool.
JT,
You can play what if games all day.
JT Shoden, thank you for following us. Every follower helps us achieve our goal. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. I've been Kilgore Trout. He's been Quizno.
Yeah, I'm quiz now.
You've just witnessed the first race of many to come. Australia, Season 5, Formula Hybrid. Here we go, boys. See you in 2 weeks' time. Or if you're going to join us next Sunday,
Formula 3.
Formula 3. No longer second series, boys. Formula 3 now. And plenty of new faces in that series as well. New teams, old rivals, and new. So bring it on, innit? We'll see you next Sunday. And if not, we'll see you the Saturday after that. So good night, lads. And
Good night.
sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams is a good sign.